Hey everybody. Just a quick follow-up to my last video on the Golden Cross strategy. I saw a comment on someone else's video that talked about a modification that can be done to the Golden Cross strategy where instead of looking at the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, you can actually look at the 13 and the 48 and just use the 200 for trend direction. And supposedly they were saying that you can generate around 20% yearly, which I mean, if we could do that, that'd be phenomenal, right? You'd be beating the market, which is an average of anywhere from, wide range. Everyone says anywhere from some years 6 to 7, some years 7 to 10, right? And so if you could beat that, then you're doing phenomenally, right? So I made that modification in my script, and I can show you that right here, where we look at the crossover of 13 and 48 and the change of the 200 EMA to determine trend direction, right? So if that's the case, then you enter long. And if we have the short also function, then that will allow us to, or condition I should say, that will allow us to go into short positions as well. So unfortunately, if you saw my last video, you could see that actually if we just look at the Golden Cross strategy by itself, you actually performed a lot better. And again, this is using the daily time frame. So if any of you think that I should be trying different time frames, let me know. And I can add that to my videos as well. But just kind of comparing apples to apples, Golden Cross standard to this modification, this one actually performed worse. But on the other hand, depending on what you're focusing on, what you're looking at, this one did have a lot more trades, and in terms of profitability, had a lot more losing trades. But on the plus side, the drawdown was much better, and the amount of time that you were in the trade was shorter as well. And this is determining, if I would say, to your particular financial situation. So some of you might think, well, I want to be able to quickly get in and get out. This one, it's a little bit faster in that regard. But the downside to this, I just want to highlight, is that if you are someone who is located in the US, then you have to worry about long-term versus short-term capital gains taxes. And to be fair, even the standard Golden Cross strategy was going to be subject to short-term capital gains because that average trade, I believe, was somewhere in the 330 days. So plus or minus, 10, 15 days. So that one, you're also holding a position less than 1 year, and so you'd be subject to that higher tax bracket. So, just depending on your situation. If you're someone who just wants to be able to get in and get out faster, this might be better for you. You have less drawdown to worry about. You can see here, one metric that I know a lot of people like to look at is during the whole COVID situation, you would have gotten out much earlier, right? And so you wouldn't have had to worry about such a steep drawdown that the standard Golden Cross faced. That one was a little bit, much at the very bottom when you were seeing that, right? So might be a little bit better in that regard. The other thing I just want to highlight is I noticed if you keep the short positions in, they were actually also profitable. So, in the last one, the standard Golden Cross strategy, they were a negative return. This one, you're actually returned to positive, but your long went much lower, right? So how does this compare to the buy and hold? Well, you can see here, you would have done a lot better in buy and hold. So, it isn't exactly better than buy and hold. It isn't better than the standard Golden Cross, in my opinion. And then these are the conditions, same as last time, right? So, yeah. All right, that's it. That's it for this video. Catch you in the next one.